Welcome to the call, everybody. I'm so excited to be here. Today is October the 1st. Utah is quickly approaching. I was reflecting over my Utah trip last year. I won't bore you with the details. It was actually kind of exciting. But I won't bore you with the exciting details. But today I slept in a couple of airports. We had a lot of fun. The event was absolutely incredible. But I cannot wait to get there this year. I'm super excited for today. I won't spend much time talking about Utah today. You know me. It's never too late. It's never too late, and let's remove all obstacles. Let's go over the best things I can give you for the Utah event. I know people were still getting registered. I know people who registered yesterday. I know people who still making travel arrangements. So, a real intruder that has to be the attitude. It's never too late. Alright? But I woke up super excited today. Today is an awesome day for all of us. Number one, because we're breathing. But number two, I just think about how blessed we are. I sit here today, I'm having breakfast with my 2-year-old. And we're having the time of our lives because of this industry. My wife's on a mommy vacation. We got the 6-year-old ready for school. My older son's already at college. But we're living the life. And thankful and blessed because of what network marketing has done for us. But all of us got it. We have to be super excited today. Today should be the day of a record number of exposures for us in China specifically because of what's going on in the world. Today I want to talk about really quickly a couple of things, but I want everybody to kind of focus on what's going on in the world today. I stay away from the news. I stay away from negativity. I mean, something could happen in my backyard and I wouldn't know because I stay so attached to the positive things in life, but there's no way to avoid everybody talking about the government shutting down. I got excited. Now, understand, I pray for those who suffer. I pray for those who are affected. But I got excited because now all of the people in the matrix, they have a mindset, so they're kind of upset with the government. I can remember when I got started in the industry, I live in a military town, so everybody needs to brag about having government jobs. If I had a government job, I was safe. I don't go work for the government. Government employees, we have running jokes about government employees in my city. But nothing against several of my family members are government employees, but today, we have to be those that give those people who are struggling, those people who don't know what to do, those people who don't know where to go. This is an incredible opportunity for us to share with them what's available when you take back your life, when you take over when somebody else does. When you think what was safe and secure has now been snatched from you, today is an incredible day for us to be able to share just what we have in this. So walk around today with a smile on your face. Walk around. You'll be able to point out those who are suffering because of what the government can't decide on today. You'll be able to go to those people, put your arm around them today and say, hey, I know some difficult things are going on in your life, but guess what? I can help you out. This will happen again. Understand the government is shut down numerous times before, so guess what? They'll shut down again. Ask people, do you want this to be something you have to worry about a year from now, 2 years from now? Tell people, I have a solution. I have some hope. I have an answer. See, I get excited when things like this go on. Not for the people who suffer through it, but I get excited because now my window of opportunity is real noticeable. What we have on the table, people tend to want to take a closer look. People started talking about the economy a couple of years ago, and I got excited because now it gives us the opportunity to scream from the mountaintops how free we are, what we have, how incredible it is. So be excited today. Not for those, pray for those who suffer through whatever it is that's going on. Pray for the leaders who have to deal with it and make decisions. But be excited that you have something today that gives hope to those that are interested in listening. All we're doing is looking for the lookers. But I think today, the pool of those who will be looking will be a lot more noticeable, will be a lot larger. So it's up to us to go out today and let the world know what we have. So that's my excited. I mean, I woke up excited. I went to bed, didn't watch, didn't know what was going on. I know people who haven't watched parties trying to figure out what was going to happen with the government. But I said my prayers, I went to bed, and I woke up this morning excited and energized because I knew that I had a means, I had an opportunity to be able to help people who are struggling through situations like these. I got involved in the industry after my company downsized. I was negative, wouldn't look, thought our sponsor was crazy, thought he had some kind of scam going on. I go into work one day, my company's downsized, and I'm one of the first people they let go. And all of a sudden, situations change, and I'm open. So, like me, there's several of you who have people on your list, people in your contact, people in your Rolodex, your neighbors who are open to taking a look right now. Don't be the guy that doesn't share. Make sure today we share. So they kind of lead me into a couple things I want to talk about. I'm always transparent, I always share with you what's going on with me. I had a conversation, two conversations yesterday, two different distributors, and they both were talking about obstacles. They both were talking about, one was talking about some rejections that they got. The other was talking about just people saying no. And understand all of those to me are classified as obstacles. And I was told years ago, obstacles are what we see when we take our eyes off our goals. Me, I was also taught by a successful, highly successful individual in our industry to allow our obstacles to fuel our optimism. And I want everybody to take that mindset away from this call today. Allow your obstacles to fuel your optimism. If you've ever seen any time around me, I'm the most optimistic person in the world. It can be storming monsoon coming outside, and I'll already be talking about how beautiful it's going to be once the storm is over. I'm the most optimistic person you'll ever meet. People come to me with negativity. People bring negative stuff to me, and you know how people tell you negative things, and they expect a negative response so it can fuel a negative fire. That's not me. People can bring the most negative of negatives to me, and I'm automatically going to turn it around into something positive. I'm that guy. I won't let my mind, my system, my powers, I just can't take in negative things. So when I start to hear negative, sometimes I break out in tears. I start getting cold sweats. But understand, my mind, my body, that process negative. I allow obstacles in my life to fuel my optimism. And that's the same way we have to be in this industry. Because let me tell you, if somebody didn't tell you when you got started, you're going to have some obstacles. The road to success is always under construction. There are always going to be things in the way. There are always going to be people that say no. There are always going to be people that quit. There are always going to be people that say the product didn't taste good. There are always going to be people who complain about ownership. There are always going to be people who complain about UPS. There are always going to be obstacles. But in order for us to be successful, we have to learn how to allow those obstacles to fuel our optimism. And it's just like flipping a light switch on and off. People say, well, how do you do that? Well, I'll be honest now, it took me some time to get to that point. I used to be one of the most negative people you ever meet. I was that guy. If you wanted to talk about something negative, come on, let me join in, let me jump in. I can make it even better. But see, that's not me any longer, but it took some time. Personal development, going through situations, a lot of power, a lot of prayer, but it took a lot of time for me to become that. But now, any obstacle I have, I understand those things that don't kill me are put before me to make me stronger. I understand that there will never be anything more on me than I can bear. I understand that my obstacles are here to help me become better. I understand the things I go through, the things I go through are here to help me become better. I was sharing with a guy yesterday. I had a guy get started. He called a friend of his out in California. You know, people in California they are aware of more natural things than we are here in the South. We drink sweet tea, and we eat our foods the way we eat our foods. So when he called his friend in California, his friend said, Moringa, oh, fair. I heard that. They sell Moringa capsules at my local health food store. So he panicked, didn't know what to do. He said he just hung up. I laughed. But see, me, that was an obstacle to him. But to me, I allow statements like those to fuel my optimism. Somebody says to me, hey, I'm going to ring the NFL, they selling on the shelves. What makes disease is so different than that? And, you know, I could go into the whole recipe hockey spiel, I could talk about the process of the product. But no, me, I get excited and I say, I know. People are starting to understand the power of profit from the moringa. See, Zeta is the only company that allows you to profit too. See, I turn my obstacles into optimism. I think when something bad happens, that means something incredible is going to come next. I'm a coach. I've been beat by 50, but guess what? I'll beat some people by 50 points too. See, I know I can only lose for so long. So get excited when you run into an obstacle because see, just after something bad happens, something good is going to come. Trust me. It's a cycle. After spring comes summer. It's a partial. It's not going to change. So understand, after bad things happen, something good is coming. So when you get obstacles, and you ask me questions, say, hey, people always ask me, is this approved by the FDA? I get excited when people ask me that. Because I think that people get excited about the FDA and the muscle that they think the FDA has. When people say that to me, I say, no, aren't you excited that it's not? Because the FDA only approves man-made things. We're in the situation we're in today because we constantly put man-made things in our bodies. See, it's all about the plant, so the FDA won't touch it. See, I get excited. Some people, those things are obstacles to them. To me, I get optimistic after I get an obstacle because I get excited because I know something good is coming. Bottom line is this, I could give you 20 things to say all day. Get excited. If you change the way you think, when things you view as obstacles appear, soon they'll disappear. So get excited. When you come across an obstacle in your business, when people quit, don't try to figure it out. Don't take that class. That's just one of those who quit. But get excited. Because soon here comes somebody that will stay. Alright? Allow the obstacles in your life, bottom line, to fuel your optimism. When things happen bad, get excited. Because something good is about to happen. Alright? No bad things are going to happen. And they're only bad based on how we view them. Understand, know that things are going to happen, so we determine whether or not they are labeled bad or labeled good. I had a quick dude, Black Diamond, do a training about a month or so ago, and he was playing a game on stage, and he called the game Dude. And the only answer you can give to any statement he makes is Dude. Same answer, different statements. So imagine if somebody called you up and said, hey, one of my closest friends just died. You would respond, But what if somebody called you up and said, hey, guess what? I just won the lottery. You would respond, dude, you'd be excited. Same answer, just different mindset. So understand when bad things happen, automatically get excited. I'll start to think good because you want those obstacles to fuel your optimism. Alright? Now, last thing I'll talk about, and then I'll go. I got about 7 or 8 minutes. After we talked about obstacles, I'll tell you something that has to be embedded, something that has to be just through the roof for all of us to get where we're looking to go, and that's our belief. What do we believe? We can talk about different belief systems. We can spend weeks upon weeks. I'm sure there'll be some trainers at the event because it's all about what you believe. The game is won and lost between the ears. Trust me, it's all about what you believe. I see it all the time. I've seen kids, I've seen athletes who take the field, who take the court, who have the skills, who have the talent to beat the opponent, but they're already defeated in the locker room because they've lost the game between their ears. The mind is where the game is won and lost. So understand how the belief system has to be at a particular place for us to walk the walk and talk the talk like we all deserve to as black diamonds inside of the company. So 4 areas I think have to be strong, and then I'll go when it comes to belief. The first is the company. You have to believe fully in the company. How does that happen? You have to know some background. Now, this is not for presentation purposes, but I've heard the presentation so much that I could quote some facts, some figures, some things about the company. But you have to know some things. I keep up with the sales, growth, taught those things. When I first got started, I did extensive research on Ken Brunson. I did extensive research on Monica Marco. We didn't have many products, so we had to research something. So my belief level went through the roof when it came to the company once I understood the individuals that I was getting involved in. How much do you know about the company? And not so much for you to be able to go and rattle it off to everybody you expose, but you have to have that level of belief. You have to know who's backing you. Growing up, I had an older brother. He was a little bit rugged, a little bit more rough and tough than me. But anywhere we went, I knew that if I got out of line, my big brother had my back. So I knew I could do some things that I wouldn't normally do. I could say some things that I wouldn't normally say. But I knew nobody could touch me because he was there. It's the same thing when it comes to the company. You can walk around with your hand up a little high, your chest poked down a little bit further when you know some concrete facts about your company. So number one, your belief has to be sky high in the company, the people you partner with, the leadership team. Because see, a lot of companies like ours fail because of lack of leadership, because of the people or lack thereof that they have in place. So know what you have. Stand in concrete, stand proud, stand tall, but be excited about the company that you're involved in, and take that belief in the company through the roof. The second thing is the product. You have to have a super strong belief in the product. I tell everybody the most important thing, the strongest thing we all have in getting involved in Zeta is a personal testimony. There's no way. I've seen people in companies who say, I don't use the product, I just pour it down the toilet and I go to the top. I haven't seen it in Zeta, but trust me, there are people in the industry who say, I don't drink the coffee. Trust me. Well, guys, I'm here to tell you, I couldn't be involved in a company. I couldn't sleep at night. I'm too good of a person. I believe in a higher power than me. I couldn't sleep at night if I didn't use the product. If I couldn't tell people positive things about what the product has done for me and my family. Not everybody else, not my next door neighbor, not my teammate in Mobile. I couldn't sleep at night if I couldn't look people in the eye and tell them what the product has done for us. Your belief level in the product has to be through the roof. You have to be using the product. I don't start a day. My feet don't hit the floor. I don't leave my house without putting the product in my system. I am a walking advertisement of my business because I know what my product does. You have to have a super strong belief in your product. Know the product. You have to know the science behind it. You have to be able to pronounce every single amino acid and understand that there's a level of belief. In order for us to go to the top, there's a level of belief in the product we have to have. It's a part of the foundation we stand on. Without the Marino affair, without the product, we have no company. To understand our belief in the product has to be sky high. Has to be sky high. We all should have incredible product testimonies about something that the product has done for us. Listen, if you don't have one, drink you a cup of tea tonight. Matter of fact, put you 2 bags in 1 cup. And I promise you, by the morning, you have an incredible testimony. Alright? So, make sure you product testimony. Second thing, the belief in the product testimony is up to par. Third thing we have to have belief in is the industry. We have to believe. I hear people all the time, which is big in Zeta. Everything I've always said about Zeta is, our product being good, don't take this the wrong way, but our product being as good as it is, being the best of the best in the industry, Because so many of us, all we want to do is lean heavily on nothing but the product. Nothing but the product. Nothing but the product. The product, the product, the product. The product. I do this all the time. I talked to a guy, he said he had arthritis in his back, and he said his leg was about to swell, and da-da-da-da-da, and I told him he needed this, he needed that. And that's true, but understand top-level success, crown diamond elite success, black diamond success comes from more than just the product. We have to have a firm belief in what the industry can do for a person's life, what the industry can do for a family's lifestyle in order to get to the top. I think a lot of us in this industry, we hide behind the products because we know how incredible it is, and you can't tell me my product doesn't work. I know all about it. I'm lost 40, 50 pounds, so we hide behind the product and never really get into the nuts and bolts of what the industry can provide for a prospective prospect. We never really talk about the tax breaks. We never really talk about the time freedom. We never really talk about the things that the industry can really provide because we should always hide behind the product. Nothing wrong with it. I love product to life. I was going to say that. I love product to life. Nothing wrong with it. To understand your belief has to be in the industry. It's easy. The first day, you get an incredible belief in the product. But what about this industry? What about a book a day? What about a conference call a night? What can this industry do for a person? See, a lot of us don't lean heavy on the business of Zeta. We don't talk about the whole company. We only give somebody 50%. See, Zeta as a whole, you know, I talk to people, I do tours all the time, and people say, hey, I shared the product with them, but we didn't really get much into the business. I didn't know it was separate. When I talk about Zeta as a whole, I'll let you know what's under the full umbrella. I'm not going to cheat you by only telling you about this incredible product and not telling you about a company that's grown 900% in the last 2 years. Show me a better investment. 900% the last 2 years, but I'm only telling you about the product. We didn't really get much into the biz. What is that? Have a belief in this industry. You didn't get involved in Zeta just to peddle the product. Yes, you want to tell everybody about it. Yes, you want everybody's health to improve. But you know, like I know, it's $5 million a month on the table. But it comes from belief in this industry. Belief in what personal development will do for me. Belief in what the summit will provide. We have to have a strong standing belief in the industry. I read books and still read books about the industry. Generic books about the industry. Every time I'm in the bookstore, I'm picking up magazines to find out what's going on around the industry. Belief in this industry. I tell people this is the best way in America to live network marketing, but you have to have that belief. That's the third and most important. Last thing I'll say, the fourth most important, we're coming to the bottom of the hour. Four beliefs we almost have. The fourth is belief in ourselves. The number one problem, the number one reason, the number one difficulty for those who have yet to reach the pinnacle of the business is a limiting belief in their self. I often tell a story about a gentleman that I worked with for years in the industry. Saw him hit some of the top positions, but he always said that he couldn't see himself at 5 figures a month. I remember the first time he told me that, I felt like someone had just told me, somebody close to me had died. He didn't see it. He didn't have belief in himself. Trust me, if we think we can or think we can't, we're right either way. We have to have a strong standing, firm belief in ourselves. How do you do that? By doing bad meetings, by doing bad three-way calls. You have to mess up. To ever get the confidence in yourself that you're great, to ever get the confidence in yourself that you're good, you have to first be bad. Trust me. I can remember the first presentation I did, I said the word instead of so much. If I wasn't doing the presentation, I'd have left. It was bad. But I understood that in order for me to ever be great, I had to first be bad. Don't be afraid to try. There are billions of people in the world. If you mess up, you get a chance to make up. It's okay. Go out today and see how bad you can be. But it only reveals belief in yourself. Another way you build your belief in yourself is speak positive things into your life. Life and death and the power of the tongue. I'm always speaking life. I say things like I can. I say things like I will. I say things like I do. I say things like I am. I teach my children the exact same thing. I am the best recruiter inside of Legion. I'm the best distributor inside of the company. I'm the best closer in the business. I tell myself those things. I love myself. You have to love yourself to ever have faith in yourself. I am beautiful. I look in the mirror and say those things to myself. Somebody has to. But understand, we have to have a belief in ourselves. Can I do it? Absolutely I can do it. Will you do it today? Absolutely you do it today. Are you the best? Absolutely you're the best. Every single day tell yourself those things. I will reach the top. I am the best. I can do it. It's already done. Start telling yourself those positive things to help build the belief in yourself. Believe in the company, believe in the product, believe in the industry, but more importantly, believe in yourself. Guys, I'm 7 days away from Utah, and I am excited, if you can't tell. I'm going to bed late, I'm waking up early, and all I'm talking about every single day is the upcoming summit. It's how my company has exploded. Tonight, the opportunity called Tuesday, prepping for the call tomorrow with Dr. Russ, and the opportunity call Thursday. I tell people this is a great sandwich part of the week. This is a great part of the week to dump those people who are in your funnel, allow them to move through the system by using the call. It's the bottom of the hour. I'm going to go ahead and open the lines. I'm excited, guys. The events are happening all across the country. Get plugged in, but more importantly, get excited. You guys have an incredibly blessed day, and I'll see you on the top.
See you in Utah. Anytime in Las Vegas. Great call, Kurt. See you in Utah. See you at South Georgia. Great call, Becky Wagner. You're in Ohio. See you in Utah. See you.